So you're thinking about moving to Gulf Shores, Alabama. Well, today in this video, we're going to walk you through an open house. We're going to take you, do a little behind the scenes kind of thing. You know, most people think that an open house starts as soon as you open the door or the first buyer walks to the door. Nothing could be further from the truth. There's a lot of setup that goes into it, a whole lot of setup, and a lot of things that goes on behind the scenes that most people don't know about. So that's what we're going to show you in this video today. So let's get right to it. Hey guys, if it's your first time to the channel, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe button, and ring that little bell so you could be one of the first ones to learn everything there is to learn about what it's like to actually live in Orange Beach, Gulf Shores, Foley, all the surrounding areas, the entire Baldwin County. My name is Andy Hollis, along with my partner Aileen Fountain. We do these videos each and every single week just to be informative, just to let you know what it's like to actually live at the beach. So listen, whether it is 9 days, 9 weeks, 9 months, 9 years before you're thinking about making that move, don't hesitate to pick up that phone, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, get in touch with us any way you can. We would love to help you make a smooth move to our little slice of paradise. So today, as I mentioned, we're going to walk you through a video showing you exactly what it takes to do an open house. Open houses are not that common when it comes to like condos. We really don't do a lot of it. And the reason why is because of showings. You know, you're at the beach, it's hard to get into the property because people are staying there. The renters don't really want you, you know, coming in and doing an open house whenever they have the place rented. So it's kind of hard to do that. But today, you see this house right here behind us. We're in Gulf Shores, and Aileen is doing an open house here today, and I figured it would be some good information to let you guys know exactly what goes on behind the scenes. So that's what we're going to show you. All the ins and outs, from her doing her marketing material to actually going and setting up the signs on the roadway to everything in between. So that's what we're going to show you today. So let's get to it. What are we doing now, Aileen?
We're baking cookies. So we have a lot of sugar. We got sugar here, sugar here. It's going to smell amazing. It's going to feel like home. And then you're going to get a big dopamine rush.
The purpose of this basically is to make people feel like they're at home.
Absolutely. Yep. And I find that fresh baked cookies are a winner. And I mean, make the whole house smell yummy and inviting, and then they cook in 9 minutes.
Hey, and bonus, if nobody shows up, we get to eat the cookies.
That's actually going to happen anyway. I always end up eating like 3 or 4 of these.
So, Aileen, let me ask you, why do you do all this preparation, like the baking the cookies, like opening all the blinds, turning on all the lights, making sure that there's a really nice smell in the house, the candles, all of that stuff? What is the purpose behind this?
Well, I mean, you're only going to get one shot at a first impression, and that goes, both with the open house when you're having a showing in general, or when you're coming to market for the first time. And so there's a lot of details that matter. The house is staged very well. The owners did a fantastic job helping with that, and then I come in and do a lot of little things. Now, these folks didn't need any help coming to market, but there's a lot of times I come to a listing prior to coming to the market, and there's might be a list of 10 things that we've got to do to get it ready, show ready. And a lot of times the owner can't kind of really grasp that, or doesn't really know where to spend their money or what exactly to do. I had a few that just went that way. And when I walked through and we kind of came up with our list, and it was budget friendly. So it's very cost effective for what we accomplished. And when we were done, they were like, Aileen, I'm blown away by how different everything looks from what we did. And we didn't even spend that much money. So those kinds of things. This house is a gorgeous home, so it's a little bit different. But we did sit down and go over a lot of the things that I like to do. They replaced all the carpet in their bedrooms because they've got a kid and they have dogs. And he was able to match the tile up perfectly, exact same tile, took out all the carpet. They came in here and painted. They came in and did a deep clean. A lot of things. They pressure washed the outside. We cleaned up the outside. So we got it really ready to show. Even though it was a gorgeous home, there were a lot of little things that we had to do to get it ready. And then when open house day comes, or even, days of showing, they work really hard to get it ready. Open house. Here I come in, I do little things. I bake the cookies. I put in a please come on in sign at the front. So when they get here and they're walking up, you'd be surprised when you don't have that. They're like, do we ring the door? Do we just walk in? Sometimes they knock, they're confused. Simple solution. I put a little sign in the door. All they got to do is open the door and come on in. Here I am. I'm ready for them. I have a bowl of drinks ready with Coke, Sprite, water, and ice on top of it, so it looks refreshing. And then I do fresh baked cookies. They take, easy bake, chocolate chip, 9 minutes. They make the whole house smell great. Put the cookies all presented out on a plate, buy the drinks. And then in conjunction with that, I'll have my nice laminated, beautiful flyers in color, a homes.com booklet that they're being promoted on homes.com, a sign-in sheet. So a lot of little extras. And then, of course, I put signs out everywhere, which you wouldn't think that you'd think that's an obvious, but you would be surprised just how many agents do not even have simple things like open house signs. Those things, they take time and effort and money to have a whole batch of open house signs that are just ready to go. And I know that because so many agents ask to borrow my open house signs, and I'm happy to help, but just little things like that. So, bringing it all, making it come together, it is a lot of little details stacked up upon one another. And that is the same for when you're bringing the listing to market, when you're bringing it to an open house. You get one first impression when that buyer comes through the door. You don't get a second chance.
So let me ask you a question. Is the goal, this is kind of a stupid question. I know that the goal of an open house is to sell the house, but a lot of buyers could be disappointed if the house doesn't sell that day on an open house. But from my understanding, that is not the entire goal of an open house, because there's so much prep work that goes into it, and there's so much stuff that happens after the fact. So what is your ultimate goal with an open house?
Well, that's a great question, because I do think sellers do get this sort of, they think an open house is going to be the magic solution. It's the magic pill to getting an offer. And it's really not true at all. Open houses are a great thing to do. I'm not saying, that, because you do want to get more traffic in here. And if I can get one-on-one with the buyer and who knows the house better than me, than the sellers and myself. So I'm the one that gets to talk about the house and talk about all the features and the little things about the house that, maybe a showing agent might not know, that I'm able to offer to them. And then I'm looking for feedback. I'm looking for nuggets of feedback from that buyer. What do you think about the price? What do you think about the finishes? How well do you like the home? Are you considering an offer? What is your current living situation? Do you have a home to sell before you can buy? So you're trying to find out, are they just tire kickers who rolled up because they saw your sign? Are they active in the market, real buyers who, are actively looking for something? So asking the right questions is also very important, as is, telling them about the home. So what I'm trying to do is ultimately get additional feedback that we might not get otherwise. And so, chances are you're honestly not going to sell the home the day of an open house. Amazing if you do. I mean, you can consider that a grand slam, but typically that's not going to happen. You are trying to get foot traffic in. And so, I hope that answers your question, but I do think sellers have a lot of mishopes or misconceptions about open houses. They are great and wonderful, very challenging to get all the stars to line up to where you get the right buyer in at the right open house day and time to make it all work, and they ultimately buy the home. So
One more question. So try to give me a short synopsis of, if you can, of what you actually do to prepare for an open house. What goes into before the door actually opens? What do you do?
well, first is you got to get your online marketing going, because no one will know about the open house unless they see it online. So you got to get that done. Got to get, make sure it's syndicated out to all the Zillow, Realtor.com, Homes.com, so all the major websites, and including and in the MLS. Then from there, you also got to do some print marketing, which I've got over there. You got to get your flyers printed out, and then social media, selling stories, those kinds of things go out on all your different pages: Facebook, Instagram, business page, personal page. And then another really great one that I like to do in the marketing plan is then I do a digital flyer that goes out to every agent in Baldwin County, so that they see it and they may have a client that's interested and they can send them to the open house. We certainly will honor any buyer's agent relationship, so no worries there. But it's another 3,500 real estate agents in the county that get a digital copy of that open house. So,
And you've also been in the business for 20 years, and you have a pretty extensive database, especially with everything we've been doing with the YouTube channel. So you personally invite your entire database to come look at this thing as well, and you let them know about it before the open house even takes place, correct?
yeah, we have a database that we send both new listings and open houses out to. And actually, surprisingly, we will get responses from those emails. Clients will say beautiful home, or, I love watching, what you're doing, Aileen, those kinds of things. Or hey, I may have somebody, my aunt, uncle, so-and-so might be interested. I'm going to forward this on to them. So it's just, the little extras that you're doing to get as many eyeballs on the property as you possibly can. A lot of agents are doing an open house, truly. They're trying to get foot traffic in to get new buyers. They're trying to get business. And so sometimes their focus is, of course, they want to sell the home. I'm not trying to tell you they're not. But, if the buyer is not interested in the home, they're trying to gain them as a client, to sell them another home. With us, we genuinely are just trying to sell the home because we already have our strategy on how we get clients, and that's through the YouTube channel. We also have been doing this for 23 years, so we have a tremendous amount of repeat and referral business coming through the door. And those are very quality, warm, buyers and sellers that we work with, that we prefer to, prioritize our time with those folks. So when somebody's coming through this door, I'm not trying to sell them on another property. I'm not trying to gain them as a client. I'm trying to sell this house. So that's, a little secret there that most people don't know about. So a lot of goals that happen in an open house. Of course, the goal is to sell the home, but there's often other objectives there as well. But we would much prefer to work with our clients, our past clients, our repeat business, the folks that call in from YouTube. Those are a much different client than somebody walking in off the street that doesn't know us. That's very challenging to build that kind of a relationship in the 10 minutes that you're together touring the home for whatever that's worth.
So there's quite a lot that goes into doing an open house other than just sticking the sign in the yard, opening the door and saying, come on in. So that is what we do for every single open house. All right, guys, that's going to just about do it for our video here today of giving you a little behind the scenes of what it's like to actually do an open house. So listen, if you want some more information on anything in Baldwin County, or if you just want to have a conversation, if you're looking to buy, sell, anything in between, just reach out to us. Our contact information will be in the description of this video, and it's always pinned to the first comment. So just reach out to us any way you can, and we would love to help you make a smooth move to our little slice of paradise. Be sure and watch some of our other videos, and until next time, we hope to see you around town.
Got your flip-flops and your shades that hit the sand. Where the Gulf breeze blows, it's a wonderland. Orange Beach living, oh it feels so right. From sunrise